everyone, it's Hayes, and in today's video I thought it would be fun to do like a vlog of 2 days of what it's going to be like being a PhD student and also running a Miraculous Ladybug channel. So my day usually starts with Kit Kat, so after I've made my bed she sleeps most of the night outside and then she comes upstairs and sleeps all day on my bed instead. So I usually give her some treats and then I usually go for a walk to Tesco. It's the name of a supermarket we have in the UK, a grocery store, is that the American version? Where you usually buy food. So I go to Tesco, we have other supermarkets as well, and I get usually some breakfast pastries for me and my brothers. So my youngest brother usually likes chocolate twists and my other younger brother likes chocolate croissants. I hate chocolate with pastries. I love pastry and I love chocolate, but not together. So I usually just get a plain croissant and then I have it with a smoothie. And while I eat, I usually watch something. So I think on that day I was watching the Philip DeFranco show, which is like it's a YouTube channel that gives you the news for the day. After I finished eating, I went to go and wash my hair, and at this point I would usually start doing PhD work or miraculous work depending at what day it is and what's been happening. But because today we are filming a vlog, then a pre-recorded me will explain what's going on properly, I guess. Hey everyone, it's Hayes. I hope VoiceOver Me, which I haven't recorded yet as of filming this, has introduced the vlog. But if she hasn't, let me explain. So a couple of you have been asking me to do like a vlog of what it's like running a Miraculous Ladybug YouTube channel whilst also doing a PhD, whilst doing like university or schoolwork at the same time. So I thought today would be a good day to film it. So today is Tuesday the 28th of September, and tonight in the UK they will be airing Simple Man. That's the time it's going to air. It's going to air at like 11:30 p.m. So 7:30 p.m. in Brazil, which will be 11:30 p.m. here. So I was initially going to do like just a day in the life, however I don't know what's going to happen each day. Like, I know what I want to do for my PhD each day and I know what I want to do for my channel each day, but that can change depending on what spoilers come out. Like some days I can go for a couple of weeks with there no spoilers being coming out and it's a really normal day, and then other days 3 or 4 things all come out and I release like 2 or 3 videos on them. So I thought it would be good to do 2 days. So today is definitely going to be more PhD focused with some miraculous stuff thrown in because they've just released a synopsis for Simple Man, so I need to make a video on that. And then obviously tonight Simple Man is on, and then tomorrow I'm going to be rewatching the episode, taking notes on it, and I'm going to be making my commentary video and getting it uploaded. And then I'm planning on making some cookies. Generally on the day I do a commentary video, I treat it as like a weekend day, so usually on the weekends I don't do PhD work. However, if I have to take a day in the week for, I call it a miraculous day, which is what tomorrow will be, I will have to on Saturday or Sunday, depending what I'm doing with my family, I will have to pick one of those days to do university work if I have to take a day out in the week to do miraculous stuff for my YouTube channel. As much as my YouTube channel is also my job, I don't want it to be at the detriment of my PhD. So if at any point my PhD work is slipping, or I don't have time, sorry about my creaky chair, or I don't have time to do my PhD stuff because of Miraculous Ladybug, like that's the point where I need to take a step back. So I can't afford not to do 5 days of work a week my PhD. It is a full-time PhD, and a full-time PhD is the same as having a full-time job, which is great fun. And sometimes running a Miraculous Ladybug YouTube channel can also feel like a full-time job, but again it really depends on all of the spoilers. So I thought it would be fun for you to spend some time with me today and tomorrow. I'm not going to be filming absolutely everything, so please just know I do spend time with my family. My family doesn't really want to be in the vlogs, so I will be spending time with my family. I usually eat breakfast on my own upstairs. However, lunch and dinner, or tea as we call it, tea is both a drink and the main meal of the day in most of the UK. At least in the north we usually call it tea instead of dinner. I will be having that with my family, so I do spend time with my family. You just won't get to see that part because they don't want to be on camera. I'm not going to force them to be on camera. So yeah, I'm just gonna briefly take you through how I stay organised with it all, because it is a lot to stay on top of sometimes. However, I'm apologising in advance for any shaky handheld camera work because this is the first time I've ever done anything like this. So yeah, I'm gonna show you how I stay organised and everything, because I have like 2 calendars. I have a normal PhD calendar and then I have a miraculous calendar. So we'll start with the PhD one and then we'll look at the miraculous one. Okay, so this is just like a little rip-off calendar that you can like recycle each page, which is why I really like it. Got it from London, so it's great. But anyway, I just use it every week to write down stuff. It's really easy because I'm usually at my desk. So this was Monday, today is Tuesday obviously, so film vlog, we're doing it. Watch Simple Man, can't do that till later. I've scheduled in a hot chocolate because I need it. Wash hair, I've already done that, that's why my hair looks like this. Also sorry if my face without makeup is bothering you. Check email, check university email. Work on the audio fic, which I'm going to do before Simple Man airs when I have time. Work on the thumbnail ready for tomorrow's commentary video. I usually try and get most of it done beforehand. Ironing, I need to iron what I'm going to wear in tomorrow's video. Then I have 4 journal articles to read and take apart. I've already actually read them. I read them last night. I got ahead of the game, so I only have to summarise them, which is really good because I didn't finish all my work yesterday. I managed to finish some of the work but not all of it, so I'm hoping I'm going to get this done and then I can go back to this. And this is also something else I need to do today. And then tomorrow, so far, film the vlog again. Then I have to do the Simple Man video. I need to ring the doctors. I need to make some cookies. And that is a requirement, by the way. Okay, cookies are a need. I need to start reading this book one of my supervisors asked me to, and also fan fiction, as in not audio fic, my own personal fan fiction under a different name. Since we're having a semi-day off tomorrow once I've got the video up, I want to do some fan fiction. So yeah, this is where I wrote down week by week PhD stuff. Haven't decided what I'm doing the rest of the week yet, hence why it's empty. So this is where I write everything down. Then as for miraculous stuff, I have this. Let me whack the brightness up so you can see it. So this is on the app called GoodNotes. It's a note-taking app. What I usually do on here is annotate articles. Let me put it where you can actually see it. Sorry again about the shaky camera work. So I have like a digital calendar. So this was yesterday, the meme reviews, the 27th, the week beginning 27th. Tuesday, film the vlog. So like I said before, the synopsis has been released for Simple Man, and that's not on the calendar because I didn't know it was happening. So I don't know about it. So V for vlog there, V for vlog there. So the Simple Man video will be there. I will probably post a meme on Thursday. Friday, nothing. I'll have a day off from anything. Of course, there might be a spoiler. Saturday, I am hopefully finally going to be doing a voiceover video on my theories for series 4 ending, what I think is going to happen at the end of the season. But again, I've been meaning to do that video for 3 weeks and it keeps getting pushed back. This is why I like having a digital calendar, so I can keep everything moving. And then the week after, so I think we're having a Simple Man screaming session. I haven't asked you all yet as of filming this. Then a meme, and then I want to do a video about Mr. Banana, because I did promise you all I would. Then the vlog up on Saturday hopefully, and then I think it's the Mega Leech and Crocodile screaming session. Then the day after I'm going to put up the poll to vote for the next one, and then I haven't filled in the rest of the week. So this way it's really easy to just get rid of stuff. I can go on the eraser option. If I grab the pen, I can get rid of the meme review. It's just really awkward with my left hand. I'm sorry, I keep showing you my mouthwash on the desk. If I don't keep my things in my room, my brothers will take it. Like if it's something they can use, they will take it. I have to keep food in here, shampoo in here, moisturiser in here. If it is not in my room, it will get used by them. So however, there are additional things on this document. So if I go on this, I'm not going to go on the pages, but all the bits in pink are video ideas for like a face video where I sit down and talk to the camera. Then all these other ones in blue are video ideas for voiceover videos. So every single time you say, hey Hayes, can you make a video about, I don't know, comparing Luca and Adrian's Snake Miraculous outfits, I write it down, and for that video it will be a voiceover video, so it's going to be on one of these blue sheets. And if it's something else, like a face video, if it's like a longer topic, it would go in one of the pink sheets. So I'm not going to show you all the ideas I have. But that's how I stay organised with it all. So it's really easy to get rid of things and to move them around, hence why it's a digital one and not a written down one, unlike the PhD one. Things don't change as much for my PhD, like the way things do for Miraculous Ladybug. And I'll also show you on my laptop where I keep all of the files for Miraculous stuff. Okay, so here is my desktop, and I have the Scream folder, which right now just has a meme in it ready. MR is meme review, so it just doesn't have much in. Then this SM Sentimonster is a load of screenshots and pictures ready for a video about the Sentimonster stuff. Season 4 is a video I already filmed that I didn't like, so I'm going to refilm it. And then that folder is ready for the synopsis video that is going up on the day I am filming this vlog. So then I have a bigger Miraculous folder that is has a lot of stuff in it. So the first folder is Essentials. It has all the music in, it has photos I use, like the end screens, stuff like that. It has the quack sound effect in there. It has this random photo that I've never used. Oh, this is the photo you see in the background that I changed the colour of. It's this one. Yeah, so it's the same photo, obviously couldn't fit the whole thing on. So it's just the centre of the photo where Ladybug is. What else? Memes folder. A load of memes, essentially. It's fairly self-explanatory, it's a great folder. Then in community, I have all the community posts you haven't seen yet that I've already made. Pre-made memes, as well as this great picture of Marinette. This is my all-time favourite picture of her. Look at that smile. Love it so much. Then characters, I have a picture of pretty much every single character from the show. Then I also have 2 folders full of the Akuma villains in season 1 and season 2. I use them for my ranking videos, and there isn't one for 3 and 4 yet because I haven't done it. I have some random Kwame pictures like this one with the jewellery, which is quite helpful for reference. Some of this stuff is just for reference. When I'm making a video I need to check something, I already have the photo. Milestone, a load of videos I made saying thank you for so many subscribers. This is a screenshot I take of when I get to like each big number, stuff like that. Yeah, it's just something I want to keep. I'm really proud of all the work I've put in, even though it's been it's been so exhausting, to be honest. So here I have rooms which show the interior of Marinette's Adrian's bedroom, then the Awakening, a load of the Awakening spoilers. I keep them all in here. I'm missing some, but B's helping me get the rest, so that's good. Then I have a folder full of comments, so every time you leave me a nice comment, I take a screenshot and I send it to this folder. So that's what this is full of. Every time you say something nice and you say, oh, please remember me, or like, I really like your videos, or you're really funny in this video, I take a screenshot and I keep them here. So what was this one? Hey Hayes, I couldn't watch your reaction video, but I'm here and excited to watch this video, and I got your book from Kindle. Like, stuff like that. That makes me really, really happy. Then important Miraculous pictures. So every single episode I watch, I take screenshots during, and the important ones at the end of the episode, when I'm done with the commentary video, I put them in this folder, and as you can see, hardly any of them are labelled, so it's a nightmare to find anything in here, but you know, I thrive on this. This is the only part that is unorganised. I need to take some time to organise it. Only a few of them are labelled, but most of them are not labelled. Then we have a folder called Ideas. So you saw the ideas on my iPad. I keep a load of other screenshots in here to help with them as well. Fan art, I keep a folder of all the fan art you've ever sent me. So if you sent me something, you'll probably see it in here. I really, really do appreciate everything you do for me, besties. Thank you so much. And then 21, I keep the spoilers ready for episode 21. So all the Dearest family stuff is in here. Other is just other random photos. I have the finale synopsis that was released. What else? Psychomedian, the single spoiler. Daddy Agrest, same, just one spoiler in there. Simple Man, so I have all the screenshots. Obviously, when I'm recording this voiceover, it's aired, but that was all the screenshots we had so far, so that's what's in there. Then I have the proper ending to the Shanghai special. It doesn't really go into a folder. I have this spoiler for whatever that was supposed to be. Apparently scrapped idea. I think this was a blurred version of Alia as Ladybug, and I've absolutely zero idea of what that or what this next image is. I don't know, but I'll keep them. They might be scrapped ideas, but I'll just keep them forever. Then here I have this screenshot from Ferry about the other heroes, and then that's the spoiler for episode 22 or 100, the same scripts for 15, and then the screenshots for the games. So yeah, this is where I keep absolutely everything to stay organised with the show. This is where we're going to be spending most of the time, at my desk. It's pretty cluttered right now. There's some makeup, oh my gosh, I didn't show you all this. Oscar. So Oscar, I've just made 2 videos, well, not just made, you've just seen one of the videos. I made those videos back in July. Oscar made me a Lady Bee little figure out of clay, I'm pretty sure, for my birthday, and then they posted it to me. Isn't that the best? I love it so much. But anyway, I have some paints here, pencil case, paintbrushes, pens, little fairy, Rapunzel's house from Tangled, some 17 stuff, 17 my favourite K-pop group, some stationery, some mouthwash, a load of books, Sailor Moon, some vitamin C supplements, as well as some water, and then here we have my laptop, my planner, my iPad, my phone, a highlighter, a list of other things, and the thing for the camera. So then over here we have the majority of my makeup. I love makeup. This thing in the back, this plastic thing, turns around. It's got 4 sides on it, let me show you. Oh, look at the octopus, by the way. I love the octopus, it's a light. So look at it, look at that. I love makeup a lot. I don't joke when I say I'm a really superficial person. I am a superficial person. Honestly, most of this is skincare, only really this section is makeup, and a lot of stuff here is makeup. Again, this is like a good split between skincare. Most of this is skincare. These 2 drawers are filled with makeup, then perfumes and body lotion, and then all of my lipsticks. Okay, I like makeup, I've already said that. And then we have Cinderella and Chat Noir. This is where they sit for most of the day when I'm not filming. This is where he chills with Cinderella, and they both guard my lipsticks together. Then up here I have this massive poster of 17, again my favourite K-pop group. So B, you all know B from the meme reviews. Her husband is Korean, and most summers, obviously not since the pandemic, but most summers they would go to Korea since he lives in the UK with her. They spend a couple months there, and because my birthday is in August at the end of summer, I'd always get gifts from Korea. So this is one of my birthday gifts from B that I've added pictures of 17 from, photo cards from, I think, was it the 2019 season's greetings? I think so, along with some elephants and a Teddy Fresh Care Bear label, because why not? Oh, and some lights as well. So yeah, that's fun. Then we have the door, then we have some more stuff. We have my mirror. I found this really cool Howl's Moving Castle print on Etsy. No one mentioned it in the meme review, like it was brand new. No one mentioned it, so I'm like, that's sad. So you can all see it now. I love Howl's Moving Castle. So I just have more stuff. I have makeup brushes, jewellery, more body lotion. I have a little figure of Eren Yeager who's holding all of my bracelets. He's loads of fun. And then in here, are you ready for this? This is where I keep all of my eyeshadow palettes. There's even more under there. I love makeup, okay? I'm not joking around when I say I'm a very superficial person. I love makeup. I love clothes, okay? I will show you afterwards. So I need to go and get the shirt I'm wearing for tomorrow's video. I need to iron it. I will show you the majority of my clothes because I have 2 wardrobes, okay? I have 2 wardrobes. And then over here, of course, we have everybody's favourite. We have Kit Kat. Kit! I think she's dreaming. And then another thing you never see in the videos is this dinosaur. Isn't he the best? He doesn't appear in the videos just because I don't think he'd fit. But I got him right at the start of lockdown. He's very cuddly. I actually usually take naps on him. On the occasion I do take naps, which isn't very often. I only really take a nap on Christmas Day because I get super excited. So yeah, and then up here I have some more books and DVDs. I did used to have a bookcase on here. If you've watched some of my older videos, you'll have seen the bookcase. But my bedroom is very small, so after I got my desk, we moved the bookcase downstairs. So I do have more books than this, but it's not all of them. And speaking of books, someone asked me, they said this pile of books that I usually sit next to when you watch my videos, they asked me, is this the amount of books you have to read when you do a PhD? I wish it was. Oh, I wish it was. So much, but that is not true. That is the amount of books you have to read. And actually that's a double stack because there's the exact same pile of books behind it. If you can see where the umbrella is, there's another pile of books that's the same size. I've read most of them. The Disney Princess book is not a book I have to read, it's just there. I wish that was a book I had to read for my PhD, but all of these books I have to read, and there'll probably be more books I still have to read. So yeah, It's dead fun. It's gonna be great. PhD is difficult, I won't lie to you. It's probably one of the most difficult things I've ever done, actually. Okay, so at this point in the day, I finished showing you around my room, and I recorded the voiceover for the Simple Man synopsis video, and now I'm in the process of editing it, so you can see a bit of me doing it here if you're interested in what it's like to do it. Hey everyone, it's Hayes, and they just released a synopsis for episode 19 of Miraculous Ladybug season 4 Simple Man, because even though the episode is on tonight, Gloob just can't stop themselves, so let's read it together. Adrian asks Marinette for a favour who can't say no because of course she can't, and ends up leaving her granddad to take care of the four children she's taking care of to help Adrian. What she doesn't know is that this ends up making her granddad the next target for Shadow Daddy. Okay, so the video I made on the Simple Man synopsis has just finished exporting, which is what this thing is telling me. So there was a script. This is a script of the video. So I usually write out a script for the voiceovers. So now it's done. I'm actually going to show you whilst my brother isn't in his room, because it's where my wardrobe is. I'm going to show you what I'm going to be wearing tomorrow for the commentary video. So like I said before, I have two wardrobes. I have this shorter wardrobe, and in here I keep like longer things. So I have all my pants at the top, like jeans, trousers, shorts stuff. Then I have longer like winter coats, some jumpers, dresses, and then a load of skirts and a suitcase in here. And then in this other wardrobe, which I spent all weekend building because it's huge, I have the rest of my clothes. Okay, I really like clothes. I wasn't joking when I say I'm very superficial. I am very superficial. Is that a bad thing? Arguably, but I don't think it's a bad thing to care about your appearance. Now, do I care too much about my appearance? That's another argument. But I like looking nice, and I know I don't look all that nice today. Okay, I'm just, you know, sitting in my bedroom doing PhD work. I don't usually dress up for that. Sometimes I do if I need to feel extra motivated, but on a day like today, where it's been raining most of the day, it's kind of cold, and I'm a bit tired and want to be cozy in preparation for tomorrow, which is going to be really busy, I want to just chill the day before. So what I'm going to be wearing for the video is this shirt. I think, like I said, needs ironing because it matches what Roland usually wears, not the hideous Simple Man outfit. So I think you've probably seen some of these shirts in videos before. I don't know, depends how long you've been here. I wore this green cardigan in one of my first Miraculous Ladybug videos. I wore this in my thank you for 5,000 subscribers video. I've worn this really cute Pikachu cardigan in a non-Miraculous Ladybug video. I'm gonna wear this, I've decided, for the Dearest Family commentary because it kind of matches what Sabine wears with the flowers on it. I have this Ladybug shirt which I've had for a really long time before I even started watching the show. So I think I'm going to wear that for one of the finale commentaries. What else do we have in here? Oh, this blazer. I bought it the other week and I thought it was really cute, and it's for like interviews, going to work and stuff. However, I'm like, you know what, I could wear this for the Gabriel Agreste commentary because like he wears like a light coloured blazer. So I never buy anything with the intent to wear them in a video. Like I wouldn't just buy something for the sole purpose of wearing in a video. I buy it to wear it whenever I want to. But I was like, for that, I was like, oh, I could use it for this as well. But all of these clothes I would wear normally. Like, oh, this shirt I wore in the Mega Leech commentary, I'm pretty sure, like this check shirt. I'm trying to think what else. I've worn this definitely in a video, this hoodie. I think it was in the Exposing Emily Agreste video. Oh, I wore this in the Guilt Trip commentary. Why do I remember what clothes I wore in each video? So yeah, I need to take this out because I need to iron it at some point today. But yeah, so there's two rails because the thing I own the most of are things that go on the top, like jumpers and shirts and t-shirts, and it's because I find immense difficulty with finding things that would fit me on the bottom because I am 5'8". However, I have really wide hips, and I mean, I don't know for other countries, but the UK seems to only think you have big hips if you're a small person. I'm like, no. So it's really tricky trying to find jeans that will fit me. Not impossible, just tricky. So like generally when I go clothes shopping, I don't even go and look at trousers. I don't look at jeans. So yeah, if you want to know what I spend all the money I make on YouTube on, clothes and makeup and skincare. Okay, this is the only thing I buy with my AdSense, but to be fair, I don't even buy that much with my AdSense. I buy it with my work wage. I usually pretty much for all of my AdSense, I tend to save it. And I can't wait to wear this in a video. Look at this. It's a cardigan with clouds on. I haven't actually worn this yet. It arrived last week. I haven't had a chance to wear it yet. I am so excited. And if you're wondering, I have worn everything in here. I'm not the sort of person who buys something once and only wears it. I'm not the kind of person who would buy something to only wear it once. I've worn everything. Like, yeah, I have so many clothes and I generally only wear one out. And I generally only wear each outfit one day a year because I have a lot of clothes. And this isn't even all of them. I'm a superficial person, okay? Okay, so now I am finally, after lunch, I got round to doing some PhD work. Sometimes the videos take longer to put together than I planned them to, and I end up having to spend a while doing PhD work. But like I said before, I can't let my channel be at the detriment to my PhD. I still have to put in as much work as I can into my PhD every single day. So what I essentially do for PhD work is, for most days, unless I have something really specific that my supervisors want me to do, because of the stage of research I'm at currently, what I usually do is read between 2 to 4 journal articles. So the number really depends on how I'm feeling that day. If I don't feel completely well, I will only do a couple, but I still want to try and do PhD stuff because it is really important to do and I need all the time in the world. Or I sometimes do fewer articles if the articles I read are quite a bit longer. So for example, today, on the day I'm recording this voiceover, I read 2 really long articles and only did 2, but on the day I filmed this vlog, I did 4 articles instead. So what I usually do, and I did like a whole video breaking this down, if you want to know how I take my notes, is I read the article, I highlight all the important parts, then I go through and summarize the article and put it into one big document. I read a lot of journal articles because a lot of my research is secondary research. I'm not really doing any primary research for my PhD. It's a bit of a weird PhD, don't ask. But there's no way I can remember every single thing the article says, so I type it up to help me remember it, and then I've got an easy place of reference to go back instead of having to reread the whole article again. So then I reference it using my bib, and then I copy the reference into my massive bibliography document that I keep. And yeah, that's pretty much all to it. It's not particularly difficult work at this stage, but it needs to be done, and it can get kind of boring sometimes, but that's just the way it is sometimes with a PhD. So I won't bore you for too long with it. Hey everyone, so I decided to take a short break from my PhD work. My eyes were starting to hurt. That's what happens when you stare at a screen for ages, and I have to be ready tomorrow to stare at a screen for ages. Plus as well, so I checked my uni emails, so I have to enter this, and it is a have to, my supervisors asked me to do it. I am entering this competition at my university. So we have, I think actually the university I go to is one of the only universities in the country that does Korean as a degree. So as a result we have like this big Korean like hub there, and we get a lot of Korean international students. And I'm not studying Korean. I can speak some Korean, I can read Korean, but I'm not studying it. I just do it for fun. I don't study at university. But part of my PhD is about Korea. So they were like, hey, you should enter this. So they're having a Korean literature festival, and I had to read one of these 3 books and write a review about it. And I have to submit the review, but I wasn't sure what to put in the body of the email. They wanted something really specific, but I didn't understand, so I'd emailed one of my supervisors. When I was checking my emails, it makes me really nervous to check my university email. Not my personal email and not my YouTube email, but my university email. It makes me very nervous. I had a email with my official letter saying I'd passed my Viva transfer, so I'm like properly a PhD student. And he put in the letter the deadline for submitting my thesis, which is the 30th of September 2022, and today the 28th of September, although it's probably a couple of weeks or the week after when you're seeing this. Like, that's a year from now. And like I'm nowhere near done. Like, I know it's a year off and I don't know what's going to happen between now and then, but it was already making me really nervous. And like, I'm allowed up to another year to finish my PhD, and like I did get nervous about it and I spoke to my supervisors about it. So full-time PhD, they're meant to take 3 years, but they're always 3 to 4 years because you're allowed to go into that last year If you need the whole year, you can take the whole year. If you only need 4 months, then take 4 months. I don't know how much I'm going to need. Obviously I need to tell them, I think, about the start of August next year how much extra I'm going to need. But my supervisors were like, don't worry about it. Most people go in to their next year. I'm hoping to be done by Christmas 2022. Yeah, so the same year, just maybe a bit longer. That's when I'm hoping to be done by. But yeah, it just made me really nervous, and honestly, I don't know how many of you can relate. I don't know how many of you have done a PhD, but this is definitely the most difficult thing I've done before, and it's so stressful. Like, I know a lot of you who watch me, you're in high school or middle school, whatever middle school actually is, I don't know, we don't have it here, or you're in university yourself. I'm trying to think, what was the next most difficult thing I've done? Like, my degree, super easy. I did a creative writing degree. All the assignments were write a short story, write a poem, write a little screenplay, and then write an essay about your process on it. Super, super easy as long as you liked writing, which I do since I'm a published author. Of course I like writing. So my degree was really easy. My masters, I did 2 at the same time, because why not? Honestly, they weren't that difficult, I don't think. No, I don't remember them being all that difficult. However, the problem was I had to work at the same time, so I decided on my degree that I didn't want to get student finance for a master's. So here in England, you don't technically have to pay for your degree. What happens is the government pay the university your degree, and when you've finished university, the government want it back as soon as you get a proper, like, full-time, well-paying job, which I don't have because I'm still at university. So that's how it works here. It's not like America, which I think from what I hear on television and stuff, it seems you have to either pay before you start the year or pay as you go through it, or like take out a loan from a bank. Student finance isn't really the same thing here. Like, it is still a loan, but also that loan doesn't affect your credit rating. So I think with the money I've borrowed for my degree and for my PhD, I'm about £60,000 in debt, and my credit rating is perfect. Like, if I got a full-time job now and had enough to pay for a deposit for a house and took out a mortgage, the debt and all the interest I've accrued for my degree, for my university fees, will have no effect on me getting a mortgage whatsoever. It's so weird. I don't know why. Like, I'm glad, but it's weird. So my master's was only difficult because I had to work at the same time. So I was doing 2 masters and a part-time job plus all the work for my masters. So I obviously had to go to class and then do all of my assignments, which, to be fair, were very similar to on my degree. They were just longer. So for example, on my degree it was like write a 10-page short film, and on my masters it was like write a 30-page short film. It was the same, just a longer version. So my degree and masters were pretty easy. Primary school, I don't even remember. High school, I remember liking a lot at the time, but looking back on it now, I didn't really like it all that much, to be honest. It was okay, it was fine, like, it wasn't difficult. I think actually probably the hardest like place I did for education was college. So here in England, you finish high school at the age of 16, but you don't start university until you're 18. Not that you have to go when you're 18, you can go when you're a bit older. A lot of people, I think, are opting to go when they're a bit older, which is fine. I went when I was 18 though. I was just like, let's get it done, let's get it out of the way with, and still haven't finished. But so here in England, after high school, you either carry on at your old high school and go to what's called sixth form, or you move to a different place and go to college. So in America, you call university college, right? We have something else called college here. And I hated college so much. You only really study between 3 to 5 subjects, but it's really intense. And not to brag, but I went to one of the best colleges in the country, and there was a lot of pressure on not just me, everyone at the college. Me and all 3 of my brothers went, and we were all really, really stressed. So me and my older brother went there for 2 years before we finished, and then my 2 younger brothers went for 3 years before they finished. So they were even more stressed than me and my older brother. So college was really difficult, but my PhD is more difficult. Oh my god, that just remember, something happened in college. Not to me, sit down, have a seat, besties, have a seat. Right, so There was this girl I was friends with in high school. Let's call her Louise. Let's not use their real name. And she had been dating this guy, also in high school, so we're all in the same year. She'd been dating this guy, let's call him Steve. Steve and Louise were dating. And everyone was like, yeah, they're gonna get married, they're definitely in love, they were together all the time. It was actually quite disturbing, they were kind of attached at the hip. I'm not a big fan of people who are like in relationships where they're like attached at the hip, together 24/7, can't do anything without the other one. My older brother and his wife are like that. Ever since they started dating each other, I have not seen my older brother on his own before. Like between now and then. Never seen him on his own. They are always together, and I don't know, maybe it's just because I really value my own space, my own company, and I'm not used to having a boyfriend. I can't even remember the last time I had a boyfriend, but I'd get sick of the sight of him if I had to spend all day, every day with him. Like, I couldn't do it. Yeah, anyway, so they were attached at the hip. The only time they weren't was when they had different classes, which was probably about half the time. The rest of the time they were sat together, they were together all the time. And they were still together when we all went to college, so we all pretty much went to the same college as each other. Some people didn't, but most of us did. So however, I believe during first year of college they broke up at some point, and I was like, oh, that's sad. And by this point the college I went to was huge. Like we weren't friends, I wouldn't describe us as friends, but not because we've fallen out. We just like naturally grown apart. I'd grown apart from Louise. We hadn't had a falling out. I still liked her, I still thought she was a nice person. You know, we just developed as people and we weren't the right fit for each other. It happens all the time. You don't have to fall out with someone to stop being friends with them. You just stop being friends, you know? It happens. But that being said, I did still speak to some of my friends from high school, so I kind of knew what was going on with people in my high school. Now, towards the end of second year of college, wait for it, don't click away. You want to hear this. Towards the end of second year of college, there was this rumour going around college, and I was really astounded because that didn't happen in the college. Like I said, this is one of the best colleges in the country, and as a result, it was a very big college, a very big campus. There were loads and loads and loads of students. It was very difficult to have a rumour going around the entire campus because the majority of people only knew about 50 other people. It was really difficult to get a rumour going around because, unlike in high school, very few people knew a lot of people, you know what I mean? Like in high school I knew everyone in my year. In college I knew everyone in the 4 classes I was in, but I pretty much outside of that only knew about 10 extra people. It's not the same as in high school, you know? It's like a university, rumours don't really go round because enough people don't know enough other people. It's not like in high school. So I was really surprised the rumour was going around. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. I can't believe a rumour's going around. But I wasn't really listening, I was just like, oh, okay, wow, I'm just fascinated the fact there was a rumour going around rather than the contents of the rumour. So I went to go and have lunch with my friends, and that day I was eating lunch with my friends from high school. And they were like, Hazel, you'll never guess what's happened to Louise. And I was like, Louise? We haven't spoken about Louise in ages. What's happened to Louise? So they said, you know, she was dating Steve right in high school. I was like, yeah, I remember Steve, great couple, bit toxic, but yeah, I remember Steve. So, well, they finished with each other. Like, I already know that. So then my friend said, who ironically was actually my ex-boyfriend, we were still friends. I dated him in high school, but we were still friends. He was like, however, after they broken up and she got over him, she started dating this other guy. Let's call him Joey. So apparently things have been going really well for Joey and Louise. And I was dead chuffed for them when I heard about it. And I was like, okay, Joey and Louise, what's going on with Joey and Louise? So then my ex-boyfriend was like, well, Joey has cheated on Louise. And I was like, is that really? Like, I feel bad for Louise, but is that really what's spreading around the campus? Like, it's horrible, but people get cheated on all the time. Is this really what everyone is talking about? And he was like, there's a bit more to it than that. And I was like, okay, go on, lay it on me. And he said, Joey cheated on Louise with Louise's mum. I am not making this up. And I was just stood there looking at him like, you can't be serious. Like, no wonder everyone's talking about this. I was just like, I cannot imagine how Louise is feeling. Now, let me just give you some context. Louise's parents were divorced, so she wasn't also cheating on her husband. She was single. However, that is your daughter's boyfriend. I'm not sure how I would feel if my boyfriend, not that I have one, but if he had cheated on me with my own mum, like after that happened, I believe Louise moved out and lived with her grandparents, but she did eventually move back home to live with her mum, and I don't think I could ever look at my mum again. I'm sorry, I just couldn't. I couldn't. But like, they seem fine now from what I see on Facebook. Like I said, I don't really speak to Louise. I sometimes see her post something on Facebook. I don't even use Facebook all that much. I used it loads in high school. I don't really use it anymore. But I was just like, no. No. So if college was hard for me, I dread to think how hard it was for Louise. Oh my god. I just don't think I couldn't do it. I couldn't. I'm sorry. But she's had a baby now. She seems happy. I mean Louise, not Louise's mum. Well, see, this is where it gets weird. So Louise, after getting over this, I'm not sure how you do get over something like this. Louise got with someone else and she's fine. She's just had a baby. My brother told me he saw it on Facebook. I was like dead happy for her. But Louise's mum is still with Joey. He's like her ex-boyfriend is now like her stepdad. What would you do in this situation? Because I don't know. Yeah. It was one of the weirdest days in college. Like, it was probably actually the most fun day I've had. No offense, Louise. Louise will not be watching this. It was just weird, the fact that everyone knew this. Honestly, how upset, I can't even speak, how upset she must have felt by first of all being cheated on, because, I mean, no one's ever cheated on me before, it's mainly because I haven't spent enough time with a boyfriend to give him the opportunity to cheat on me. Pro tip, if you finish with him after like 3 weeks, gives him absolutely zero time to cheat on you, so not that I'm recommending you do that. I only finished with him because I was like, I don't actually have feelings for you, but it sometimes takes me a while to realise that. Secondly, the upset she must have felt from it being her mum that she was cheated on with, like, okay. But then thirdly, everyone at college, and like I said, this was a big college, everyone knew, even the teachers knew, the cleaners knew, everyone knew. The people on the front desk who didn't even do any teaching knew, everyone knew, the cafeteria staff knew, everyone. I couldn't deal with it. I barely deal with anything very well, and no, I couldn't do it. So yeah, that's what happened in college. So let's rank how easy everything was. Primary school was the easiest, then I would say high school, then my degree, then my master's, then college, then my PhD. But also that trauma that girl must have gone through in college. I don't even know. That's literally the only interesting story I have to tell about anything. About Louise, Steve, Joey. And Louise's mum. I just, like, they're still together. Like, I guess that means it was meant to be, but I mean, I'm not sure how I would feel if I'd been dating someone and I finished with them and then they went out with my mum. Like, obviously that's better than them cheating on you with your mum. Obviously they finish with you and then, you know, but I'm not sure how I'd feel about that still, because it's like me and my mum would have dated the same guy. You know, it's a bit weird. I'm not sure how I feel about it. But anyway, let's get back to work, and actually I think my video on the Simple Man synopsis has gone live, so I'm going to check it's gone up correctly and reply to some comments. Okay, so at this point in the day I hadn't really vlogged much after I took a break, but I took a break, finished my PhD work off for the day, had dinner, had a bit of a break, and then usually between 7 and 9 I watched something on TV with my mum. So it was a Tuesday, so we usually watch an episode of Heartland, which is what I call the horsey drama, which is a drama about horses on Netflix. It's loads of fun, nothing particularly deep about the show. If you just want to watch something sweet and wholesome and you really like horses, go for it, it's a great show. And then I believe after that we watch The Great British Bake Off. I think we're on week 2 at the minute, but week 3 will have happened by the time you see this video. And I think week 3 is bread week, which is my least favourite week. Like, who is that interested in bread? No one. no one is that interested in bread to dedicate an entire week to it. But anyway, so I like to get ahead of the game and start on the thumbnail for the video, so there's less to do tomorrow, because tomorrow I will get very tired. So as you can see, that's the picture of me from Hacksan. Obviously, I haven't filmed the the Simple Man video yet, so I'm not in those clothes. I haven't posed the thumbnail. Generally, I finish filming the video, and then, because I'm bad at taking selfies, I just sit there, do a couple of poses, and then when I'm done editing, I go through the last of the unedited footage, take some screenshots of myself, then I judge which ones look the best and which ones I look horrific in, and the best one wins and becomes the thumbnail for the video. However, the thumbnail is always in the same format. I'm pretty much always sat in the same place, so I use the other picture to get a head start on the thumbnail. So I usually insert some photos from the trailer. So I've decided for this thumbnail already, and I didn't change my mind. I sometimes change my mind after I've seen the episode, because again, I made this before the episode aired. This was like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 hours before the episode even came out. So I've decided I want to have Adrian with his wings in the thumbnail, as well as Simple Man, which you'll see in a bit. So I'm just going around his wings, getting rid of the background. I believe for both Adrian and Simple Man, I had to give them more hair because the screenshots I took cut their hair off. So I had to add the hair in. And I think I also had to add the top of Adrian's wings because they weren't in there either. So it's a fairly boring process, but I enjoy it, to be honest. It's, like I said, it's not that difficult. I use Procreate on my iPad, which is meant to be a drawing app, and I primarily use it for making thumbnails, not for drawing. I can draw, I just I lack the motivation severely, and also I severely lack the time to do any drawing. So yeah, it's a fun time, and I'll put up a picture of the thumbnail of what it looked like at the end before I add in the picture of me from when I filmed the Simple Man video. Okay, so now this is the morning of Wednesday. I really sped this clip up, so I'm just doing my makeup. So prior to this, I got up, I went with my mum to go grocery shopping for the week. Then I came back home, I watched the episode 3 times. So the first time I watched the episode with the subtitles, obviously, because it aired in Portuguese, I just watch it for purely my own enjoyment. I don't want to get to a point where I'm only watching the show just to make videos on it. I want to watch the show because it's my favourite TV show, you know? Same when a trailer comes out, the first time I watch it for my own enjoyment and not to just analyse it. I will analyse it eventually, but I want to watch it on my own because first and foremost, I am a fan of the show, you know? I don't want to get to a point where it's just for my YouTube channel, you know? So I watched the episode 3 times. First time, just my own enjoyment. Then the second time I go through and make notes and I take screenshots. Then I watch it one more time as I do my makeup, which is what I was doing. That's what I'm looking down at occasionally to watch the episode and read the subtitles. And it's just to check I haven't missed anything, just to clarify anything I didn't understand. So when I have finished doing that and I've finished doing my makeup, so I've moved on to my eyeshadow by now. I'm not telling you what I'm putting on my face because as much as I love makeup, I don't think any of you really care. To be honest, none of you have really taken that much interest in what I put on my face. I mean, you say I look nice, but I don't think actually any of you care about the product, you know what I mean? The only product you've ever asked about is the lipstick I wore in the Optigami commentary, which, if you're interested, was the Fenty Beauty Fruit Snacks liquid lip cream thing. I'll put a picture of it on the screen. A lot of you were interested in that, but other than that, I don't think the most of you care about the makeup. So I've made all the notes, I've taken all the screenshots. When I've done my makeup and I'm already dressed in the outfit for the video, you've already seen the commentary video, so you already know what I wore for it. I will then start filming. When I have done filming, I will immediately start editing, and when I've done editing I will rewatch parts of the video just to check everything's okay, that I've got all the screenshots I needed, to check the sound, it sounds okay, you know, but I don't watch it all the way through. So when it's done that, I export it, and whilst it's exporting, I usually at that point start on the thumbnail. So I will go through and find my thumbnail picture that I post for at the end of the video, and then I will add it to what I already did last night on Procreate that you saw on the app that I was using, where I had Adrian and Roland on the screen dressed up as Simple Man and the Angel. And then when it's done, I will upload the video. It's fairly self-explanatory, to be fair, and then I usually have a bit of a break. Honestly, the day an episode comes out is extremely tiring, I won't lie, but it's a lot of fun. So yeah, I'll finish off my makeup and then I'll get to filming, essentially. Well, okay, so at this point it's time to start editing. So if you turn up the brightness, you can probably see the editing software loaded up on my computer. And as you can see, yes, I'm also having some chocolate. So by this point, I am very, very tired. So I stayed up quite late to watch the episode. So I believe on this night I was up till like 12:30 or something, just to double check there wasn't a trailer coming out after the episode. And once I was satisfied there was nothing coming out, I went to bed. But then I had to be up at just after 6 to help my mum with the shopping. Then I came home, watched an episode 3 times, put on makeup, filmed a whole video. So at this point I'm already tired, so I'm having chocolate because I need the extra sugar to help me through editing, which, to be fair, with the editing I do for my videos, particularly the commentary videos, it is like the most basic editing ever. I literally just watch the footage I filmed, edit out the parts where I made mistakes. You know, I say a word wrong because I just pronounce things incorrectly all the time. My first language is English. I'm just an idiot. So I just go through, take out all the mistakes. So if any of my brothers make a noise in the background, like out in the hall or something that's really loud, I cut that out as well. And then I just add in any of the screenshots that need to go with what I'm saying. That's pretty much it. And then I also add in the music. Like I said, I do the bare minimum. Editing, honestly, I don't really know what I'm doing. I do the bare minimum of what I know how to do for editing, especially for the commentary videos, because I like to have them out usually on the same day an episode is released. I think the only time I didn't do that was with Rocketeer, and that's because I was at my brother's wedding, and I think with Furious Fu, and I can't remember the reason why. I just don't think I was quick enough. I was just like, oh, I'll be fine, I'll film it today, I'll edit it tomorrow, I'll think about uploading it a couple of days after that. It wasn't really on my mind, to be honest. I'm not really sure why. So the editing does take a while, but it's not difficult, it's just quite tedious, to be honest. So it does get very tiring very quickly, especially when I've been up for ages. And I think at this point I was double checking something on my phone to do with the video to check I didn't have to refilm anything. It gets frustrating if I have to refilm something, but yeah, it's pretty straightforward. So I will edit this whole thing, set it to export, then I'll set it to upload, and once it's uploaded I will go through, roast pictures I pose for the thumbnail, and decide which one wins and edit the thumbnail, and then leave it to upload. It's pretty self-explanatory. There's nothing particularly difficult about it, but it does get quite tedious because it's quite repetitive, so it gets quite tiring. And like I said, I'm already exhausted by this point because I've only had about 5.5 hours of sleep. So yeah, fun times. Hey everyone, it's Hayes again. So now we're in the kitchen. I don't think you'll have seen this location before since we usually film in my bedroom, but it's 2:30 now, so I set the video to upload for 2 p.m. And it's already been up for half an hour. You all like it so far. Honestly, today's video was a lot easier because it was more of a filler episode, there wasn't as much to discuss, so I had less notes to go through, so it didn't take as long to film, and I also made less mistakes when I was filming. So then it didn't take long to edit, and it didn't take long to export since the video was shorter, so it didn't take long to upload. So usually I aim for the latest to get the video up at like 3:30, but I managed to get it up for 2 p.m, which is the time I usually schedule things to go up. Unless it's a spoiler, then I usually just upload it immediately. 2 p.m. seems to be the best time for the geography of my audience, because obviously everyone's in a different time zone. So now we're gonna make some cookies, and I'm gonna double the recipe because I want to. And no, I'm not doing university work yet. I'm gonna do some later. Like I said before, I think I said it yesterday, on a day where I have to take a day off university work to do miraculous stuff, which is what I usually do the day an episode comes out, I treat it like a weekend. So today is going to be like my Saturday. I am going to do some university work afterwards, but right now I am very, very tired. I don't have much energy. So last night I was up till like 12:30 just to make sure there's going to be no trailer out. So the episode aired for 11:30 for me, and it finished at midnight, I think. And then I stayed up to see if there was a trailer. Like, I get anxious, okay? So I waited up quite a while and there was none, so I got to go to bed instead of staying up till like 1:30, having to make a video on a trailer. So I was really happy about that. Like, don't get me wrong, I love trailers, but not when I have to stay up till like 2 in the morning to make a video on them. I don't like trailers. However, I was then up at 6 a.m. because my mum needed help doing the grocery shop, so we did that. and then I came home, I watched the episode like 3 times, made notes, took screenshots, did my makeup, filmed the video, edited the video, had lunch and uploaded it. So I'm seriously tired now. So now I'm gonna make some cookies. So I'm still wearing the shirt from the video. No one's picked up in the comments yet that I was like wearing the same shirt as Roland. But now I have a Paddington apron on. You can see Paddington, right? He's really cute, he's here. Anyway, so let's get the ingredients for the cookies. Okay, now these cookies are pretty heckin' good if I do say so myself, and I posted a picture of Instagram on the day I filmed this video, so the day after Simple Mound came out. So if you follow me on Instagram, you will have already seen this photo, but I'm going to tell you the recipe right now. It's not my recipe, but I've absolutely zero idea where I got the recipe from, so I can't just link it in the description box because I don't know. So you're going to need half a cup of sugar. Oh, and by the way, this is going to serve like about 12 people, but on the day I made this, I doubled the quantity because these cookies are really good and I wanted more. Okay, so I doubled the quantity of this. This is just for like the normal 12, but to be fair, depending on how big you make them, I find it only makes between about 9 and 11 usually, but you know. So half a cup of sugar, 3/4 cup of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, half a cup of butter melted, 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, half a teaspoon of baking soda, 4 ounces of milk or semi-sweet chocolate chips, and 4 ounces of dark chocolates. And as for your oven, you want to set it to either 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 100 degrees Celsius, or if you're from England, that's gas mark 4, okay? Our ovens don't have temperatures on, it's gas mark, like, I think ours goes from like 1 to 8, is it 1 to 9? I don't know, but all of those gas marks correspond to a different temperature, but it doesn't say on the cooker, so I have to Google it all the time. So I think this was an American recipe, hence why everything is in cups. And because I do like baking, I don't do a lot of it, but I do really like baking. A lot of the recipes I end up finding wanting to use are American, so I just bought like some cups off Amazon because it was annoying me having to convert everything into ounces or grams so I could use it. So yeah, so you whisk together the sugar, salt and butter until it's a paste with no lumps. That's why you should melt the butter beforehand. Like if it says cream together the sugar and butter in a recipe, melt the butter, not necessarily until it's just like a liquid, but just melt it a bit to make your life a bit easier. Then you want to whisk in the egg and vanilla, then sift in the flour and baking soda and fold it in. And don't overmix it here or it'll make it more into a cake. Then you fold in the chocolate chunks and you can chill it in the fridge for 30 minutes or you can chill it overnight so they have more of a toffee flavour to them. But honestly, I don't care about that. I just wanted cookies. So then you want to bake them for 12 to 15 minutes or until they go brown on top. And honestly, in my experience, like the way you want to have these cookies is you cook them in batches, so don't really do any more depending on how big you want them. Don't do any more than 4 on a baking tray because they expand and they get really big. So don't do that. Also, combining all of the ingredients together, I'm not going to show you the whole process. Didn't take that long, but I had to wait in the kitchen quite a while because I had to cook them in so many batches, and because I was making a double batch, it took even longer since they were like ended up being just over 20 cookies. So you know, but it was definitely worth it. These cookies taste so good. Oh, and tip as well. So when the cookies first come out of the oven, obviously the chocolate is still like melting or whatever and they taste amazing. Can't eat every single cookie when it comes fresh out of the oven. Well, I mean, I guess you could. I can't do anything to stop you, but I mean, I definitely can't. So if you, like me, definitely cannot do that, then what I would recommend is if you want it, if you like it when the chocolate's melting, put the cookie you want on a plate and put it in the microwave just for 15 to 20 seconds. That should get the chocolate to start melting again, and the heat from your hands should do the rest as you eat it. That's what I do. I really like cookies when the chocolate is still melting in them. I do it. Like even when I buy cookies from the supermarket or the grocery store, sorry. When I buy cookies, I put them on a plate and put them in the microwave because I prefer cookies when the chocolate is melting. Just a preference. You don't have to do that if you don't like chocolate melting in your cookies. But I do. And I mean, really, why are you eating cookies if you don't like the chocolate melting in your cookie? What is wrong with you? I think that's a question you need to ask yourself. You need to take a long, hard look at yourself in the mirror and decide, is this really the way forward if you can't even do that? You know what I mean? So anyway, I don't usually do baking a lot, but I decided to do it this day because I really like these cookies, and I had a feeling the Simple Man video wasn't going to take me as long as the other commentary videos, since there was nothing particularly plot heavy or relationship heavy going on in this episode. It was just a filler episode, so I was right, I predicted correctly. I didn't have as much to do, so I was like, let's do some baking. I really like baking. My love for baking gets kind of reignited every year when the Great British Bake Off is on, which is on at the time of filming this. I just actually watched Bread Week last night. It's just bread. No one cares that much about bread unless it's garlic bread, you know what I mean? It's just bread at the end of the day. I do love garlic bread though. I mean, who doesn't like garlic bread? Vampires, obviously. Stupid question, Hazel. But anyway, so I was like, let's do some baking and let's do some cookies. That's something me and my brothers really like. So yeah, that's what we ended up with. Actually, a couple of weeks ago I made brownies as well, although I don't think I took a picture of them for Instagram. I don't post a great deal on social media apart from YouTube. YouTube is the thing I post the most on. Twitter, I don't really post at all. I usually actually use Twitter for finding spoilers. They usually get posted to there first, and then Instagram is good for spoilers as well. It's actually easier to find translations of clips on Instagram than it is on Twitter, and Instagram is probably what I post the most on after YouTube, since I usually post pictures. I just want to say thank you so much for all the support you've given me. You're all truly so lovely to me. Thank you so much. I wish I could give you all a cookie, but sadly I cannot, because you're all from different corners of the world and it would be absolutely impossible. But thank you so much for being here with me for this. Hey besties, so I think I'm going to end the vlog here. It's probably been one of the worst vlogs, one of the worst vlogs you've ever seen, and that is because even though I like to watch vlogs, I don't know what I'm doing. I found it really unnatural to talk to the camera, hence why most of this is going to be in voiceover, but I liked showing you what I do with my day. But you probably won't get another one of these just because my life doesn't change all that drastically, but I thought it would be fun, since a lot of you asked, to show you what I do day to day, to stay on top of my PhD work and also run a Miraculous Ladybug channel. I won't lie, it is very tiring, especially when I have like a load of deadlines for my PhD and like it's a busy time for the show. So for example, that one week it was Mr. Pigeon 72, then 2 days later Soul Crusher came out, then 2 days later Queen Banana came out, and then 2 days later Optigami came out. That whole week was a mess because I also had deadlines to meet. I was really stressed, but I still needed to put out videos, so yeah, I won't lie, it is really stressful. I don't think YouTube alone, at least for what I do, I don't think it's a stressful job, but because I'm doing it with my PhD, which is a full-time PhD, it is very stressful, I won't lie to you. But I take plenty of breaks, as you saw yesterday, and I do take days off during the week. Obviously this day is very different, it means I'm gonna have to work on Saturday, so the actual Saturday will become Wednesday, and the actual Wednesday is Saturday for me. It's just how I have to do it because I have to stay on top of my PhD work, don't I? Yeah. So yeah, I'm sorry if it was boring. This is what I do most days. So like I said, unless my everyday routine changes, you probably won't get this again because I don't do much different. It's the same pretty much every day. So for the rest of today, so it's just gone 5:10. I need to sort out all the files on my computer from today's video, make sure I have all the important pictures from Simple Man saved. I think that's all the miraculous stuff I need to do. Oh, I've got a load of Instagram messages to reply to. I need to sort out some of the artwork for the audio fic. I need to see about that. I'm going to schedule a meme on the community post for tomorrow. Yeah, I think that's all the miraculous stuff. Oh, I also want to start working on the season 4 finale theory script ideas. That'll be fun. However, for the rest of the night non-miraculous stuff, I still need to start a book my supervisors wanted me to read, so I need to start that. It sounds like it's gonna be fun. It's about politics in science fiction novels, so I'm down for that. and me and my mum will probably just chill. At the minute we're watching this series on Netflix called Heartland. It's about horses. It's really fun. And on my own I'm watching, some of you probably have seen it, Squid Game, the Korean Hunger Games / Battle Royale sort of thing. I'm really enjoying it, it's really good, but I know some of you are children, so maybe be careful before you watch it because it is quite gruesome. And then I think before I go to bed, which is usually at 10:30, hence why I'm really tired if I have to stay up. Like, I go to bed at 10:30 because I get up really early, and I know me, I need a lot of sleep, otherwise I'm grumpy. So I'm probably going to work on either my normal fanfiction or the audio fic, honestly. I didn't expect to get to 10k so quickly because, okay, so for me, for that first 100 subscribers, it took me 1 whole year. Then to get from 100 to 1,000 hardly took any time, and from 1,000 to 4,000 it went so quick, but 4,000 to 5,000 took ages. However, 5,000 to 8,000 was quite quick, but 8,000 to 9,000 was very slow. And then like last week I got over 500 subscribers in 1 week, and I think as of filming this I'm on like 9,670 something. So I thought I'd have like a month to work on the audio fic. I've planned out the whole thing, and the person doing the art, Grace is amazing. It's just me who's slow. So yeah, hopefully that'll be up soon whenever we get to 10k. I'm actually kind of worried about the audio fic. Like, it sounds really weird, but I am like classed as a professional writer. I do have a published novel. But when that came out, I wasn't that nervous because, like, obviously I wasn't an established writer, no one knew who I was, so I didn't already have an audience who were gonna read it. Whereas by the time I put this audio fic out, I will have 10,000 subscribers. So that means potentially 10,000 people or more could read / hear my audio fic. And that is slightly terrifying. And it is making me write slowly. I can usually write pretty fast. For a novel, for me, so for example my first novel, when I wrote the first draft, like in its published form it's 31 chapters, but the first draft was 25 chapters. 25 chapters, it took me 25 days to write it. I do a chapter a day. Like, nothing, it's nothing to me. I can write a novel like that. As long as I plan enough, I can do it super quickly. But this is making me really nervous. But anyway, I'm sure it will be fine. Thank you so much, besties, for spending the day with me. I'm sorry that this was the worst vlog you have ever watched in your life, but I hope you enjoyed it, and the cookies were really good, by the way. So yeah, please don't ask me to do this again unless you really did enjoy it. And I will see you all next time. Bye!